you have anything to add, or do you want to maybe shift to the next question?
Yeah, we can shift into sort of what is wisdom in a broad sense for. I think you kind of touched on this a little bit. Being a naturalist and an evolutionist, I think we both are kind of on the same page there as well. And sort of why is it that we seek wisdom?
Yeah, why do we seek it? I mean, that's the question. That's the pragmatic question. That's the if we're a pragmatist, we say what is what is useful about wisdom in the theoretical and in the practical sense. Um, and I would say there's lots of things that are useful. We've mentioned them throughout the course of our conversation so far. Um, Theoretical and practical wisdom. Theoretical wisdom has predictive value. It allows us, if we can understand cause and effect, then I suppose we can predict what will happen in the future. If we know how the weather, we understand how the weather works. For meteorologists, like the philosopher, I believe is it Anaximenes? I believe he was the first meteorologist. We can come to understand when it's going to rain, when it's not going to rain, when it's going to be hot, when it's not going to be hot, when there's going to be wildfires, when there's not going to be wildfires. Um, if we have practical wisdom, that enables us to adapt to our situation. It enables us to survive. It enables us to flourish as human beings. It enables us to be happy human beings. Not just practical wisdom exclusively, but it's this, again, this interplay between theoretical wisdom and practical wisdom. And these are, kind of interact with each of themselves. There's an interplay. There's a reciprocal causal interaction, as it were. And, that promotes survival, it promotes well-being, it promotes understanding, which in turn promotes survival and well-being. I don't think the two are separate in that way, because I'm a pragmatist and a naturalist and an evolutionist. So promotes both wisdoms promote human survival. They contribute to the gratification of our needs as human beings, our physiological needs, our social needs, our psychological needs, and thereby, those need gratification is one component in being a happy person. So if we gratify our needs, and provided we have the adequate external environment organized in a way that's conducive to happiness, we have a nice house and we have the food we need and so on and so forth, then we're going to be happy people. We're going to be doing well, and we're going to be flourishing as human beings, as Aristotle would put it. So that's my catechism. How about you? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, same perspective on that. Really, I think it helps us survive in an environment that's, I'd say, for the most part, fairly hostile towards life. Uh, you know, it's historically from an evolutionary standpoint, life has been harsh, full of danger. Um, so I think it helps address those challenges. But also, as you alluded to, it helps promote something beyond just survival, but to happiness, to being able to thrive, and to sort of achieve a sort of self-actualization, and a state of being that is optimal. So it's not just about surviving and reproducing, but being able to do so in a way that's optimal, in a way that doesn't needlessly increase our suffering. We can survive in all sorts of ways that amplify suffering. We can do things in a way that, yes, it allows people to survive, but in less optimal conditions. And so I think really what wisdom is about being able to do things, not just do things in the most efficient way, you know, in terms of ones and zeros, you know, living versus dead or whatever, but doing so in a way that's prudent and in a way that really maximizes happiness from, you know, a utilitarian point of view, I guess you could say. It maximizes our utility. Um, I think that's really what wisdom is about, is helping us accomplish things in a way that is optimal. Not just get the job done, but get it done in a way that satisfies certain principles and certain things that we hold close and we consider to be valuable to us. You know, we can address all sorts of problems, you know, in our life, and we can come up with solutions, but sometimes they come at the detriment to other aspects of our lives. So um, I really think that's what wisdom boils down to, is not just getting things done, but getting them done in the right way, or in a way that is optimal.
Yeah, no, I hardly agree. I mean, um, you know, I think Abraham Maslow and Carl Rogers would agree with you there. You know, I think that wisdom, in some sense, you know, it's not merely to promote survival. You know, it's not merely to survive in a Darwinian sense. It's not merely just an adaptation, but it's wisdom is becoming all you can be as a human being. It's the, you know, within an acorn is a mighty oak tree, you know, within a seed is a giant sequoia, and it's through the cultivation of theory and through practice, through habit, that we become who we are, who we are capable of becoming. And so wisdom goes so much beyond just mere survival. But it enhances the quality of our being, you know, in so many different aspects of our lives. And I mean, you could even just see this reflected in the evolution of the human species. I mean, for crying out loud, ages ago we were barbarians, warring with each other and clubbing each other and killing each other, and we were very tribal. Not to say that tribalism is a bad thing. I mean, there's a pejorative sense of tribalism, which is warring with your neighbor, stealing, sacking, pillaging, raping. There's maybe a positive sense of tribalism, which is kind of the global village, like, oh yeah, we're just one big organism of a planet. We're just all, you know, manifestations of consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. And so what wisdom does is, like, it takes us from this primitive darkness, this barbarism, to this refinement, you know, of being able to articulate our thoughts and to be good to each other and to pursue the ideals of virtue and knowledge and understanding of the universe, and to understand cause and effect, and to, you know, maybe eventually one day, you know, migrate off this planet and to become explorers of the universe and to embody the principles of wisdom. And, you know, so wisdom wisdom really just is this, in some sense, it allows us to transcend, I suppose, our, you know, our finite limitations as human beings, and to evolve, to continue to evolve and to develop and to learn and to grow and to hone our Sophia and to hone our techne forever and forever, you know, as we explore inner space and as we explore outer space. And so, yes, I mean, I would say that wisdom has a myriad of benefits, not just mere survival, but, you know, enriching and enhancing being in all its complexity.